Well, there is nothing like a microphone to get this man talking. John Sampford, the team manager for the Silver Ski Rockets, joining me now. And John, yet another key match for the Rockets in this 2013 season. A difficult one to decide exactly which way it's going to go.
Very much so. I mean, they're a very strong side, Leicester, and having them home and away in 2 days, it's not going to be easy.
Obviously, the big positive news is you've got Ollie back, you've got Tyson Nelson back as well. That's a big push, but still no Jason Garrity.
No, though the news seems to be improving on his situation. Hopefully, and it is hopefully, he will be back next week. But, you know, we have to wait for the doctors before they sign him off. But that's what we're hoping, that he will be back next week.
In the meantime, Ben Morley stepping in once again, and he showed us just a few weeks ago against Glasgow in particular what he can be about when he gets a shot at Premier League level. Yeah, I mean, Ben's able, you know, it's all in his head, like with all riders. Sometimes, you know, he's in the right frame of mind and he goes out there and does it, and other times he's not. But, you know, we just hope he's got the right head on tonight. Obviously, Jason Garrity, part of the redeclared Rye House team. That also means that you can hang on to Pontus Aspgren for the rest of the season, and that has to be a big plus for this side. Oh, for sure. I mean, he's done well since he's come in, and you know, he's been a turning point in some ways. I mean, he's an experienced rider, particularly, you know, having done a season at Elite League level, and he rides regularly in Sweden in both divisions. So, yeah, I mean, he's a good acquisition. And finally, John, any predictions for tonight? What are the key pressure points? What are going to be the key deciding factors? You know me very well, no predictions. It could go either way. Fair comment. We'll let the racing decide what happens. John, thanks very much. Thank you.
How I'm doing?
Not very good, mate. Got run over when Heat 1.
Last thing you won, though.
Yeah, I've got a big tire mark at my arm, so it's really swollen.
Right.
So it was causing me a lot of pain throughout the night. But
sure.
I'll have to see how it feels in the morning, but at the moment it feels really bad. Sort of, I could just barely manage, you know, like the rest of the night.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say I came back too soon. If I hadn't had that crash, it wouldn't be a problem, would it? But it was just wrong place. I mean, it was my mistake. The crash was my mistake. I think had the guy behind me not have hit me, I think I would have stayed up.
Sure.
But I had made a mistake and was trying to correct myself, and then he hit me, so it's not his fault, sort of 50-50 thing. But
how tough's that decision of sort of, you know, I feel right, I want to come
really,
back?
Really tough. Yeah, really tough, because you don't know until you're in a race situation. It's hard to know exactly how you'll feel. And to be honest, if I hadn't have crashed, I'd have felt fine all night, and you know, it would have been no problem. But I know that the reason I dropped a couple of points when I was behind Jason on the 5-1. I picked up here. Yeah. That was purely because I didn't have the strength in my arm.
Yeah.
And again, when I was trying to pass Magnus in Heat 13, I made a mistake, same corner, because I didn't have the strength to hold the bike where I wanted it to. So.
Sure. But you've got to find out, haven't you? I guess,
you've got to. Yeah, you've got to find out somehow. So. It's tough.
Had you had a spin? I had
a spin at King's Inn and a spin at Rye House, and everything felt good. So it's very difficult to know what to do. I'll see how I feel in the morning, but at the moment I'd say it's sort of 50-50 for Leicester tomorrow, unfortunately.
Okay. Looking at it team-wise, I mean, they're a team going for the playoffs.
They're a really strong strong team, so I think we did good to get the win, and you'd have to say, I mean, I think I got 5 points, so if you'd probably got a usual score out of a number one, we'd have won comfortably. So, and a comfortable win against Leicester is good, isn't it? So,
yeah, it's an interesting one out there as well when Anders went over.
Yeah, I mean that,
and everybody sort of stops. Everybody froze.
Yeah, it did. Yeah, that was a strange issue. I didn't really. There's a bit of confusion there amongst the track staff and the referee, but funny sport sometimes.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
I mean, looking forwards, got some tough league meetings, but is it now all aiming at the Redcar meeting? I mean, that's the big one, isn't it? Now for us, it'd be great to win something this year, and I think like now we've got Pontus in the side. I think we can win. I think we could beat anyone over 2 legs. So. Yeah, I think we'll be all right. And you got Jason Garrity coming back potentially as well. So.
Yeah, when he comes back as reserve, it'll be fantastic, won't it?
Is it? I mean, how frustrating is it? Because you look at that team and that 7, and you think if you'd started the season with that 7.
Yeah, it is frustrating, but I mean, that's the way Speedway is. Teams change, and you know, like sometimes people's averages drop, and you can bring people in, and Len and John have managed to juggle a good side here together now. So. hopefully it'd be nice to all finish well, and be great if we could keep the same team next year.
Sure, and you yourself, obviously frustrating because of the injury.
Yeah, I felt like I'd finally, my away form had been good all year, and I felt like I'd finally sort of dialed into the Rye House like home track, and then I went and got injured, so it was very, very frustrating, but what can you do?
Sure,
So,
brilliant. Thanks, mate.
No problem.
Welcome
Thank
back.
you very much. Thank you.